Hello and welcome back to the Stop Motion Cup Series. Today we are going to be racing at Phoenix International Raceway. 40 cars are going to be in the field today. We take a look now. The cars are lined up on the front stretch, just waiting to fire off. As you can see, the random qualifying procedures have made things interesting. Here are your ones to watch. Danica Patrick is your pole sitter. How long she will stay up front, we will find out. Kyle Busch was the fastest in final practice. Kevin Harvick has been a historically dominant figure at Phoenix International Raceway, and many of your favorites like Jimmie Johnson, Keselowski, Earnhardt, Biffle, Logano are starting in the rear. The cars are fired off now. Here's your starting lineup. On row 1 we have Danica Patrick and Landon Castle. Row 2 we have Casey Mears and Michael McDowell. Row 3 we have Kurt Busch and Ty Dillon. Row 4 we have Kyle Larson and Paul Menard. Row 5 we have Eric Almirola and Ryan Newman. Row 6 we have Jamie McMurray and Tony Stewart. Row 7 we have AJ Allmendinger and Kyle Busch. Row 8 we have Jeb Burton and Carl Edwards. Row 9 we have Jeff Gordon and Martin Truex Jr. Row 10 David Reagan and Matt Kenseth. Row 11, Justin Allgaier and Kevin Harvick. Row 12, David Gilliland and Casey Kane. Row 13, we have Denny Hamlin and Trevor Bayne. Row 14, we have Jimmie Johnson and Brad Keselowski. Row 15, Ryan Blaney and Dale Earnhardt Jr. Row 16, Ricky Stenhouse Jr. and Austin Dillon. Row 17, Greg Biffle and Joey Logano. Row 18, Sam Hornish Jr. and Brett Moffitt. Row 19, Clint Boyer and JJ Yaley. Row 20, Alex Bowman and Bobby Labonte. Your DNFs, Matt DiBenedetto, Cole Witt, and Michael Annett. Here are your keys to the race. We have 18 laps today. The starting lineup is absolutely insane, and today we will find out what happens with the choose roll. The green flag is out. And we are underway at Phoenix International Raceway. Danica Patrick maintains the lead off of turn 2 onto the backstretch, but it looks like Kurt Busch is going to come challenge her for the lead and in fact take it, leading the first lap. He's got challenges though from Larson and Almirola behind him, although it looks like for now he'll be able to hold them off. We look now as Kevin Harvick, among other drivers, is now surging through the field. Kyle Larson is now going to try to take the lead, and in fact does take the lead from Kurt Busch. Here they come now, lap 4 of 18. Kyle Larson still maintaining the lead. We got an onboard camera with the man himself here. They are now catching up on lap traffic. JJ Yeley becomes the first car to go a lap down. Some of this traffic is too wide. Let's see how the drivers are able to... Oh! Crash in the backstretch! Carl Edwards, Eric Almirola make contact and get hard into the wall. The caution is out. Heavy hits for both drivers right there. That'll probably end their races today. Here's the replay of the incident. Looks like Truex just got into the back end of Carl Edwards that made him loose. Sent him into Eric Almirola, which gave them both hard contact with each other, and in Eric Almirola's case, the inside wall. Both cars are in fact going to the garage, and now they will have to sit out the remainder of the race. David Gilliland is your free pass driver. And now introducing lane selection. Basically the choose rule is, as long as you don't hit that arrow, you do not get penalized and you get to choose which lane you start in. interesting moves on the parts of some of these drivers. This is your week's sponsor, Good Wrench Cup Series. Link in the description. The drivers are in formation now. They are ready to go. The green flag is out once again here at Phoenix. Larson once again manages to jump out to an early lead. Kurt Busch and Jeff Gordon, now just Jeff Gordon behind him. Kurt Busch is really falling back. Now Jeff Gordon takes the lead. Here come Tony Stewart and Kevin Harvick, however. The battle for this lead is by no means over yet. Kyle Larson goes 3 wide down the middle as Harvick and Stewart pass him. Gordon's going to try to hold off Kevin Harvick here. Going into lap 10 of 18. They are once again catching lap traffic. This could have implications for the field. We are now getting reports that Joey Logano may have engine problems. Jeff Gordon now still has a lead and is lapping the backside of the field. Kevin Harvick is stuck now. He's going to try to go 3 wide between Moffitt and Castle, and he somehow makes it work. As he is now also on the inside of Jeff Gordon. This will probably give him the lead, as Gordon is now stuck behind a slower car. Gordon manages to get out from behind of Stenhouse. Denny Hamlin has now worked his way up to 3rd. Dale Earnhardt Jr. is now on the verge of going a lap down, as, yep, Joey Logano blows his engine on the backstretch. Obviously, whatever readings the 22 team were picking up about the engine turned out to be true, as now the engine has expired. Here's your replay of what happened. The engine on that 22 car just went up in smoke. Maybe it was water pressure, maybe it was internal temperatures. We aren't really hearing that from the team right now. And AJ Allmendinger is the lucky driver who gets the free pass, and Dale Earnhardt Jr. does in fact manage to remain on the lead lap as well. That was a lucky break for him. We now watch the field choose their lane selection. Basically, it appears that wherever the other driver did not go, they will go and pick up or try not to lose a position. Here are your race highlights. Lap 1, we started this race with Danica Patrick on pole. Lap 5, Edwards and Almirola got into that crash on the front stretch. And here on lap 14, Logano blew his engine, going onto the backstretch. Will this be the final caution? We'll find out, as the green flag is out once again. 3 to go now, lap 16 of 18. This will be a sprint to the finish. Kevin Harvick has the lead over Jeff Gordon. Jeff Gordon, however, gets on his inside going across the line. Jeff Gordon is going to try to take the lead. Denny Hamlin's going to try to make a move on the inside, but it does not work out. He's now on the inside of Jeff Gordon. This could get him the lead coming into the final lap. Jeff Gordon manages to lead that lap, but here we go, final lap at Phoenix. Denny Hamlin holds a slight lead over Jeff Gordon. He has the inside line into the corner. And Denny Hamlin is your winner at Phoenix, race 2 of the season. There you have it, folks. Your second winner of the year, Denny Hamlin. Let's take a look at that replay of the finish. Denny Hamlin had the inside line going onto the dogleg there, which was the predominant racing groove. He held his advantage into the corner, and that was all it took to get him the victory over Jeff Gordon, Kevin Harvick, Tony Stewart, and Martin Truex Jr., your top 5. Here are your final results. As before mentioned, your top 5, Denny Hamlin, Jeff Gordon, Kevin Harvick, Tony Stewart, Martin Truex Jr. Further back in the field, we see Jimmy Johnson finishing 17th. Ryan Newman 18th. Sam Hornish Jr. was the first guy a lap down. And we had 3 DNFs in this race: Joey Logano, Carl Edwards, and Eric Almirola. We now have 2 winners on the point standings locked into the playoffs unless they fall outside the top 30. And currently 4 drivers are tied for 14th in the point standings, which means that as of right now, one of them would not be able to make the playoffs. Further back, we see some of the drivers like Matt Kenseth and Brad Keselowski still not quite managing to recover from their Austin wrecks. Jimmy Johnson is tied for 32nd, along with Dale Earnhardt Jr. and Matt Benedetto. Carl Edwards in 39th place in points. That is not a good place for him to be right now. Well, hope you enjoyed this race today. Next one will be at Richmond International Raceway. Please be sure to like and subscribe, and have a great day.